Hi students, intermediate, first year, English medium. Students, we are discussing the third unit. So this is a demand analysis or demand lesson. So in the demand lesson, we are discussing demand curve. Already in the previous videos, I discussed the demand and demand related concepts completed. In this video, I am going to analyze the why a demand curve slope has a negative. Why a demand curve slope has a negative are the discussing topic in this video. So let me analyze clearly why a demand curve slope has a negative. Demand curve has a negative. Why, sir? What are the reasons the demand curve slope has a negative? Here, when we analyze the demand curve slope as a negative, before we want to know about the demand function. What is the demand function? Let me analyze clear. Dx function of px, p1, p2, y. Here, this is first factor, this is second factor, this is third factor, this is four factors. So these are all called factors, already we discussed. And this is called demand. This is the demand. Demand means how many goods if a consumer is ready to purchase. How many goods if a consumer is ready to purchase is called the demand. Demand is only the behavior of the consumer. How the consumer is going to purchase. Only I am discussing about the buyer, not seller. So demand and factors, demand and demand factors. Here, let me analyze. If any changes in Px, there is a changes in D. Means maybe demand increases, maybe demand decreases. Increases, decreases is called changes. The changes of demand is totally depends upon the factors. If any changes are factors, if any changes in any factors, there should be changes in demand. So, if one changes, Px changes. D means demand, X means X good, example good. So, if you want to know more about the demand function and demand analysis, so previous videos are there. So better to review that videos. So price of X commodity. So here dx px. When we analyze the dx and px, simply dx and px, what about the remaining factors? Means here, try to understand. When the remaining factors keep constant, the remaining factors keep constant. Which one? P1, P2, Y, 2, 3, 4. Only the relationship in between price and demand. So this is concept is only the price demand. We are discussing concept is only the price demand. Simple. Price demand concept. So when the price demand concept applicable, when the remaining factors keep constant. When the remaining factors keep constant, ఇవి మారవు, మార్పు లేవు అనుకొని ఈ రెండింటి మధ్య సంబంధాన్ని చూస్తున్నాం. ఆ రెండింటి మధ్య సంబంధమే ప్రైస్. Okay, so here once again price and demand. Okay, here for example 5 rupees, the demand of the commodities are 1. Then 4 rupees, the demand of the commodities are 2. Then 3 rupees, 3, here is 2 decreases, increases 4, 1 is 5. This is the demand schedule. What the demand schedule explains as means, if price of the commodity decreases, it's the bottom to top. Price of the commodity decreases, the demand of the commodity increases. ధర తగ్గితే ఎక్కువగా ఉంటాడు, top to bottom. Then bottom to top, if the price of the commodity increases, the demand of the commodity decreases. Okay, so this is the action of price and demand. What is the relationship in between price and demand? Inverse. What is the relationship means? Inverse relationship in between price and demand. So here, opposite relation. According to this schedule, demand curve, slope. Already I discussed this one. This is the demand curve. Here price, here demand, price. This is called demand curve. The demand curve slope has a negative. The demand curve slope has a negative. Why, sir? The question is this is why the demand curve slope has a negative. Okay, what is the reason? It is the inverse relationship in between price and demand. The demand curve slope has a negative. Okay, so here negative slope. Why? What are the reasons? ఎందుకు ఇలా నెగిటివ్ లో ఉంటుంది? ఉండటానికి కారణం ఏంటి? Why a demand curve slope has a negative? ఇది చెప్పడానికి ఇదంతా నీకు తీసుకొచ్చాను ఇప్పుడు. ఓకే, సో ఇది ఇప్పుడు మనం డిస్కషన్ చేయాలి. ఎందుకు నెగిటివ్ స్లోప్ లో ఉంటుంది ఓకే అనేది మనం ఇక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఇదంతా తీసేద్దాం. See here, why a demand curve slope has a negative means reasons. What are the reasons the demand curve slope has a negative? Let me analyze here. The law of diminishing marginal utility is one of the cause of the demand curve slope has a negative. What is the law of diminishing marginal utility? Means if the quantity of goods increases, the deriving satisfaction should be decreases. Here one is increases, another one is decreases, isn't it? The getting satisfaction, the marginal satisfaction. Suppose the quantity increases, the number of goods increases, the getting satisfaction, the additional satisfaction, the marginal satisfaction goes on decreases. When the marginal satisfaction goes on decreases, the consumer who are ready to purchase, the price will be diminished. Okay, so ఎక్కువ వస్తువులని వాడుతుంటే మన దాని నుంచి సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ తగ్గుతుంది. సో హియర్ ద క్వాంటిటీ ఆఫ్ గూడ్స్ ఇంక్రీజెస్, ద సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ద from the commodity or goods and services will be diminished. So it is a inverse relationship. So when the satisfaction increases, which is satisfaction? Marginal utility, MU diminish. So when the marginal utility diminishes, then the price of that good decreases. Okay, so quantity increases, the price of that good decreases. So it is a inverse relationship in between price and quantity. So due to the demand curve slope has a negative. Simple and the quantity increases, automatically the price of the commodity diminish. So inverse relationship due to inverse, already you know, price increases, demand decreases. Price decreases, demand increases. It is an inverse relation. So it is the first one. Then go to the second one, income effect. Income demand, income effect, both are different. Try to understand. Income effect and income demand, both are quite different. So already we discussed in the later videos what is the income and income demand. superior goods, inferior goods. So we will discuss later. But here, income effect. What is the income effect? For example, try to understand the income of the consumer. Simple. Income of the consumer. For example, he has 100 rupees. The consumer has 100 rupees income. Simple. Consumer has 100 rupees. The price of the commodity rupees 100. The price of the commodity is suppose 10 rupees. The price of the commodity is 10 rupees. So he can purchase how many goods? 10 times 10 goods. Simple. Consumer has 100 rupees. For example, consumer has 100 rupees. Each price of good is 10 rupees. He gets 10 goods. Okay. Then there is no changes in income, but the price of the commodities decreases. The price of the commodity decreases. Then the demand, goods means this is price. This is price and this is demand. See? So the demand of the commodities, how many? Tell me. 20. Okay. So any changes in income? No. Any changes in taste? No. Any changes in other factors? No. Only the changes in the price of the commodity. The real income of the consumer increases. When the price of the commodity decreases, the real income increases. So when the real income increases, their demand of the commodities are increases. See here, price decreases, demand here. Simple logic. But this is the income effect. But income demand is different. Income increases, demand increases. That is superior goods. Income increases, demand decreases. This is inferior goods. So there is a difference in between income effect and income demand. So this is income demand. Try to understand. Income of the consumer constant. Only the price of the commodity changes. Then as the same 100 rupees, he can purchase 20 goods. So this is the income effect. Next, substitution effect. For example, here A good is there and B good is there. Two goods are there. Suppose this is 10 rupees price and this is also 10 rupees price. Okay, the A is constant. Did you understand? The A and B are both are constant, both are substitution. Okay, substitute goods. One good for use another good. ఒకటి లేకపోతే దాని ప్లేస్ లో ఇంకొకటి వాడు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీకు అర్థం కావడం కోసం ఇక్కడ ఏమందాం, కాల్గేట్ అందాం. ఇది కాల్గేట్. ఇంకోటి ఏమందాం, క్లోజప్ అందాం. ఇది కాల్గేట్, ఇది క్లోజప్ అనుకుందాం. The two goods are substitute goods. ఇది లేకపోయినా దీంతో సాటిస్ఫై కావచ్చు. Okay, these are all substitution goods. For example, Colgate price is 10 rupees and the close-up price is also 10 rupees. Now, the close-up price is decreased to 5 rupees. The price of Colgate is already constant, but the close-up price is decreases to 5 rupees. Automatically, the demand of the commodity close-up increases. Price decreases. See here, price decreases, demand increases. This is called substitution effect. ఏదైతే ధర తగ్గిందో దాన్ని ఎక్కువ కొంటున్నాడు. ఓకే, సో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్. సో దీన్ని కొనటం లేదు. వై? బికాస్ ద ప్రైస్ ఆఫ్ ద ఏ గుడ్ ఈజ్ కాన్స్టెంట్. ద చేంజెస్ ఇన్ ఓన్లీ ద బి గుడ్. బి గుడ్ price decreases, automatically demand of the commodity increases. Price decreases, demand increases. So this is also one of the cause or reasons to do the demand curve slope has a negative. Simple. Substitution effect, substitution demand is different. Okay, substitution goods are different. Substitution effect is different. Try to understand. Okay, then multi uses of the commodity. Multi uses of the commodity. For example, here A, B, C goods are there. If the A good is multi-purpose good, for example, this is electricity, power అనుకుందాం. ఈ పవర్ కి మల్టీపర్పస్ యూజెస్ ఉంది అనుకుందాం. ఓకే, సో దీని ప్రైస్ తగ్గినా ఎవరు స్పందించరు, దీని ప్రైస్ తగ్గినా ఎవరు స్పందించరు. బట్ దీని ప్రైస్ తగ్గినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారంటే దీని డిమాండ్ ఏం చేస్తారు, ఎక్కువ చేస్తారు. Why? ఇది మల్టీపర్పస్ యూజ్. టు యూజ్ ద మల్టీపర్పస్, ద మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్స్ ఆర్ దే కెన్ యూజ్ ద మల్టీ యూజెస్ ఆఫ్ ద కమాడిటీ. పవర్ ప్రైస్ ఎప్పుడైతే తగ్గుతుందో దాని యూటిలిటీ ఎక్కువ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తారు, దాని డిమాండ్ పెంచింది. సో when the price decreases, the demand of that good increases. So which good have the multi uses of commodity, that price decreases, demand of that good only increases. Among the number of goods are there, but only the multi-purpose goods, which is multi-purpose, the multi-purpose good price decreases, the demand of the multi-purpose good increases. So this is also reason due to arise the demand curve slope has a negative. Okay, then old and new buyers. Simple. What is the old and new buyers? For example, here, let me hear. Old, for example, old buyer, he can purchase 10 goods, or for example 10 rupees. The price of the commodity is 10 rupees. Then he can purchase, suppose, 2 goods. Simple. The old buyers, they can purchase 2 goods at 10 rupees price. If the price of the commodities decreases, this is price, this is demand. If the price of the commodity decreases, and the old buyers also purchased how many? 4. Price decreases, demand increases, and the new buyers will also attract to purchase the decreasing price good. Old buyers purchased 4 and attract the new buyers also. New buyers also at 5 rupees, they can purchase 4 goods. So old and new buyers, when the price of that commodity decreases, the demand of the commodity increases. Okay, so these are the proofs, these are the reasons, these are the supportive factors which we can say that demand curve slope has a negative. Okay, so students, this is the way of the presentation of why a demand curve slope has a negative. Okay, thank you very much.